In today's video, we're going to be talking about Bittensor TAO and why the price action is so strong right now, despite a lot of other cryptos taking a dump. I'm going to talk about some of the big things coming to TAO, why it's pumping, and why you should potentially look at having this as one of the larger positions in your portfolio. Now, obviously, anything I say in this video is just my opinion. You do your own research before buying a coin, but I'm very bullish on TAO. I was buying it heavily around the 190 to 200 and $20 range. And, I'm seeing some nice profits right now, but I think this is still very much the beginning. TAO is still below a $4 billion market cap with loads of news still coming out about AI with DeepSeek. I would not be surprised if this still has around a 10x or maybe even more left in it this cycle. So in terms of price action, TAO is up around 13%, in the last 7 days. And if we look at most cryptos in the last 7 days, they are not doing too well. Most of them are in red, down 10%, 15%, down 20%. Some even down as low as 39% and 34% for two popular memes in the last few weeks. Virtuals, one of the very popular AI cryptos, AI agent cryptos, is down 33%. Okay, alongside Artificial Super Intelligence Alliance, which is another one of the major AI coins, down 25%. However, for some reason, Bittensor TAO is up 13%. So maybe some money is moving from some of these other AI coins, which have been quite hot lately, and moving towards Bittensor TAO, which, if you've been following crypto for the last couple years, has been seen as kind of like the Bitcoin of AI, the blue chip of AI, in the crypto space. And there's a couple reasons as to why this is the case. So first of all, we have Grayscale shilling TAO. And if you know Grayscale, they are a major crypto-focused asset management company. Okay. And if you see here, it says the recent news about Chinese AI company DeepSeek highlights both the power of open source technology and the risks of centralized control in AI development. Obviously, OpenAI isn't very open. It's actually very closed source. They don't tell you anything about it. They don't show you the code. Whereas this DeepSeek actually is quite contrary to that. Now, yes, it has close affiliations with China, but it's much more open source than ChatGPT. Okay, ChatGPT, no one knows anything about. It's very secretive. This thing that just came out of China is actually open source, which is quite surprising. Okay. And then they go on to say, this situation underscores the need for decentralized AI solutions like Bittensor TAO. And then they go and give a thread regarding, the whole DeepSeek situation and why this actually is beneficial to Bittensor TAO. Okay, and then you had news coming out that DeepSeek AI has now been integrated within Bittensor. As Barry Silbert quoted, Bittensor TAO is going to eat the world of AI. Okay, so you can see the LLMs are now accessible through two Bittensor subnet services. This is massive. Okay, you also add the fact that the dynamic TAO kind of update, is going to be happening. And this is exceptionally bullish. Okay, if you don't know about dynamic TAO, I'm not going to go on about it for a while. I'm just going to try and make it kind of quick and concise. What this is essentially doing is turning TAO a bit more like virtuals in the fact that you can have all these subnets having their own tokens. Okay, so if you've seen the recent trend around virtuals, you've seen all these different AI agents with their own tokens, basically allowing the crypto community to bet on which ones are the best and, have some share of the pie by investing in those specific tokens, as opposed to just buying, only the virtuals token. Okay. Now, Bittensor TAO is quite similar in a sense with the subnets. Okay. In simple terms, TAO has a bunch of different subnets, all with different use cases regarding AI, okay? All sorts of different services, where you can get involved, okay? You can see, for example, Root, Apex, It's AI. There's all sorts of different ones. I'm not going to go into it in too much depth, but basically all of these have different functions relating to, obviously, AI. And this upgrade is obviously garnering quite a lot of hype because we've seen how well Virtuals has done in the last few weeks with this kind of model. And, Bittensor TAO, it's better than Virtuals. I mean, in my opinion, okay? It's a much more well-rounded project. And when we look at something like the fact that TAO has its own chain, that just makes me a lot more bullish on TAO being the future of AI, as opposed to something which is built on, obviously, Base, which is a layer 2 on Ethereum. So I'm not against virtuals. I think it's going to do really, really good things. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's still got a lot of movement left in it. But something like Tau to me has the ability to be the top of the top when it comes to AI crypto. And this upgrade is only going to make it much more democratized and, allow people to have more shares in the pies of all these different AI protocols or subnets. So very, very bullish on Tau. It's currently sat at $474. And I think Tau has actually been very undervalued. The last couple months, the hype has kind of been, taken away from Tau and moved over to some of these more AI agent, newer AI coins. But I always say, do not ignore the AI infrastructure. These are the things that are going to get the biggest valuations in the end. And for me, this is the one. I mean, it's the only AI coin really that I hold. I do hold some deepin coins if you count Render, but this is the only, true AI coin which I hold, and I hold quite a large amount of it. It's like my second or my third largest altcoin position, and I think it's going to stay that way. If you're new to the channel, my top 3 coins are Casper, Sui, and Tau, and they've been that way for a very long time now. And so far, I'm very glad that I chose those 3. I think they're free with longevity. And this cycle, I still think there's a lot of room for growth in all 3 of them, especially Tau when we look at some of the news coming out regarding it. So I appreciate you watching this video. If you haven't already, go and check out my VIP group. It should be linked in the description, okay? If you're looking to make money in crypto with a group, with a collective group of individuals with a huge amount of intelligence, this would be the place to be, okay? You can make money in crypto as a lone wolf, but I would say the people who are in groups, the people who are in a network 24/7, in these voice chats, in these private live streams, these are the people who are going to grow the most. And these are the people who have the highest chance of creating, a ton of wealth this cycle, right? We have daily voice chats in this group. You can track every single coin I'm buying and selling. I actually do buy quite a few low caps, and I'm looking to load up on some low caps in the coming weeks. I'm just looking for confirmation of a breakout, and then I'm going to go crazy with some low cap buy alerts. So there's a lot going on in the group. We have a really active community. We're on the Discord 24/7 looking at the markets. And, there's a ton of help there for you if you're just getting started in crypto or if you're more advanced, okay, because we do go in depth when we're having these conversations. And just my buy alerts alone have a very good track record. We're picking up Tau very nicely on some of the dips. When that hack happened and there was a lot of FUD, we were buying it all the way down there. Where was it now? I'm trying to find it in the chart. I can't even see. But yeah, during the hack, we managed to pick Tau up at 198, and I stacked it very heavily between 198 and, the low 200s. So looking pretty good on Tau. And, we got a lot of other projects at very good prices as well, including Sui, which we loaded up around the 70-cent region, and Casper, where my average is just 4 cents. So appreciate you watching the video. Check it out if you're interested, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.